Alright, Andy here again. We'll look alright. Okay, so lost in recovery. What do we mean by lost in recovery? I don't know. Sometimes you just get lost, don't you? No matter what, like, and nothing's good enough. Don't matter what you've got, you're always wanting more or something. That's been my problem while I've been in recovery for the last 8.5 years. It's like I'm always searching for something to fix that void inside. I took chemicals for a very, very long time to numb my feelings, my pain. So I didn't feel at all, if I'm honest. I've got a thing here. Meet your happy chemicals. Dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, endorphins. The four major happy chemicals for your brain. And I wanted to be happy every single day. That's why I took drugs. Actually, it turns against you, and then the drugs actually don't make you happy anymore. Do you know what I mean? They make you crazy and mad, so recovery is about them happy chemicals. There's like a wire in your brain, and it surges over to the other side of your brain, dead fast like that. When you're taking drugs and alcohol, it just surges really fast. Yeah. When you stop taking drugs and alcohol, it goes slow like this. The happy chemicals are not going as fast as they did anymore. So what happens is, to replace them happy chemicals, we look to food. We look to sex. We look to porn. We look to trainers. We look to clothes. And sometimes none of them will fill that void. I'm just going through a period at the moment myself where I feel a bit lost, a bit depressed, a bit like, and nothing in the world can fix it. Cash, money, anything can't fix it. And I accept that, and I have to just wait till I come out of that cloud, and it's starting to lift now. Just been swimming, just been in a sauna, and it's back to basics. And what I mean by them basics is self-care, looking after yourself. It's for me today, I've done a gratitude list, 30 things I'm grateful for. Excuse me. I've read, a bit of my book today, and a bit of another book. I've done a prayer today, which I don't usually do, if I'm honest. And I guess my brain's searching for the happy chemicals to sort me out. What's gonna fix me? What's gonna fix me? And now it's just going like that. And like, I can replace them happy chemicals with work. And I love my job. I love helping people. I love being passionate about helping them save themselves, because I can't save them. I understand that. And I'm passionate about groups, and I don't think there's anyone, and I'm not being big-headed or anything like that, I don't think there's anyone in Birmingham that be able to do groups the way I do them. Because I'm dyslexic, I have to include people in the group. I empower them. And that's just me. I believe I'm the best at it. But, that could be just ego. And because I haven't been doing them groups and I'm feeding people's spirits, there's no happy chemicals going the other side of my brain, and so I get depressed and low, and what it is, I want to fix it with porn, food, sex, clothes, money. And what I do when I fix it, if I fix it short term with masturbation or sex or a partner or anything like that, short term, what happens is I feel shit. I act out, and then I feel even more shit. And it's this cycle of addiction, it's that lostness. It's not going to fix it. It's not going to fix it. The way to get used to them happy chemicals, slowly releasing what they need to release to the other side of the brain, the wire, is by doing positive stuff. Spiritual books, praying, meditation, swimming, sauna, bike riding, fixing cars, bowling, hockey, football, whatever is your passion, you've got to get a hobby. Guitaring, I know some of my friends play the guitar. So can you rewire your brain? You can, because if you can't, we wouldn't be here, would we? I'm gonna read you something here. Bear with me 1 second, please. Who's that? Oh dear, it's here. Excuse me 1 second. I'll put my palm glasses on, okay? So it says here, we are people whose use of any mind-altering, mood-changing substance cause a problem in any area of life. Addiction is a disease that involves more than just the use of drugs. It says it all, really, doesn't it? It's not the drugs or the alcohol that makes me an addict. It's my thinking. Let me just read you something else. We are constantly searching for the answer, that person, place, or thing that will make everything all right. Common sense tells us that it would be insane to go back to our source of our allergy. So, the source of my allergy is drink and drugs. It's also sex, masturbation, porn, food, clothes, work, money, cleaning. So as soon as I look at porn, game over. As soon as I take a drug, the first one, game over, can't stop. As soon as I take a drink, first one, can't stop, game over. As soon as I start buying stuff, game over, I can't stop buying. As soon as I start cleaning stuff, can't stop cleaning. As soon as I have one Jaffa cake, I can't stop until the box is gone. But once the box is gone, I'm in pain again. I'm like, oh my God, why'd you do that, Andy? And because I'm trying to change the feelings, the happy chemicals going to the other side of the brain. It says here, when your brain releases one of these chemicals, you feel good. Dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, can't say the name, endorphin. You feel good when you do this, right? Yeah. It would be nice if they surged all at the same time, but they don't work that way. Each chemical has a special job to do, and it turns off when the job is done. Makes sense, doesn't it? That's why we're looking for ways to turn our happy chemicals on. Makes sense? When we find something that works, we repeat it. The brain builds that happy chemical habit. So, food, oh yeah, and it's giving me loads of happy chemicals. Sex, loads of happy chemicals. Work, loads of happy chemicals, and so on and so on. Many happy habits have negative side effects too. Unhappiness results your brain may react to try harder to trigger happy chemicals in the same old ways. It's called a bad loop. Yeah. For example, I bet you can think of 10 examples in 10 seconds. When we struggle to manage a brain, that seeks happy chemicals in a way it's learned from our past experiences. So the brain patterns in my brain knows the way to fix the happy chemicals. And the good news is you can escape this loop. You can build a new happy habit to substitute for an old one. You can do it in 45 days. That's what it says. The bad news is it's hard. It won't feel good for 45 days. It may even feel like your survival is threatened because your brain equates all happy habits with survival. So it wants to go back to the old ways. It's easy once you know how your brain works. The presentation, choose one old happy habit you'd like to replace with a new one. Plan in detail how you will activate a new behaviour for 45 days while your brain is rewiring itself. They say after 45 days your brain can rewire itself. And 3 tips for easy rewiring. Don't judge yourself for 45 days. Make peace with your unhappy chemicals. So you're going to feel sad, you're going to feel angry, you're going to feel lost, like I do sometimes. Choose your new happy habit wisely. So swimming is good, innit? So your brain needs 45 days of repetition for a new habit to start feeling normal. Accept bad feelings for the first 44 days instead of letting them change your course. Don't expand the bad feelings by judging yourself. Your brain is a complex contraption. You know, I've always said that, innit? So I've got an example here. Jane starts eating healthy after years of compulsive snacking, but she doesn't feel as great as she's expected. Maybe this isn't for me, she thinks. She catches herself judging and sticks to a plan. In 45 days, healthy eating feels natural to her. So it's like when you give up smoking, it's like when you give up drugs, it's like when you give up alcohol. You know, when you give up drugs, your brain is screaming out for drugs again. When you give up alcohol, which is a drug, your brain's screaming out for it. And what happens is the negativity comes in straight away. The self-pity, the sadness, the anger, the loss, you know, the jealousy of others being able to do it. You know, all that, all them cravings, all that stuff is going to happen. No matter what your compulsive habit is, you need 45 days to allow yourself not to judge yourself, to get angry, to get sad, to get lost, to get, you know, jealous, you know, to crave it even, as they say. But the good news is you can change it. You know, somebody asked me for this, so this is why I chose Lost in Recovery. There's also Lost in Addiction, and we all know about Lost in Addiction, but being lost in recovery were, you know, a dark place where everything is alright in the world, but you still feel as though you're lost, and you feel as though you don't fit in. You know, even in recovery, my mental health can take a dip. Even in recovery, my head screams out to me, kill yourself, Andy. It's the way forward. Because I ain't got control over that head, that voice in my head. I ain't got control of the happy chemicals. I'd like to be happy every single day, but it's just not possible. The world is as it is, and sometimes I don't like it. Sometimes I don't like people in it neither. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm perfect in any way whatsoever. You know, someone asked me for this, and I done it for them. But you know what? 8.5 years in, I still struggle with it. You know, but I remember the first day I come into recovery, and I was absolutely bonkers. I'm not that bonkers anymore. I'm still bonkers, but I'm not bonkers where I was, you know, absolutely mad as a hatter when I first come in. It does get better with time. Everything is a process. So one day clean is a miracle. And just remember, step 1 says, we were powerless over our addiction and our lives become unmanageable. So it doesn't say we were powerless over drugs or alcohol, it says we were powerless over our addiction and our lives become unmanageable. My head becomes unmanageable. And then my feelings become unmanageable. I'm still powerless over my thoughts, over my feelings. but I have somewhere to go to talk to them about this stuff. I have someone that's there on the end of the phone that I can talk to. Now, if this program can get you to give up heroin or drinking whiskey, it can get you to give up anything. You've just got to do that step one around it. The first time I touch something, that's it. It's game over. I can't stop. I have addictive personality where I want more and more and more. I hope this has helped you with this video. Any more requests, please give me a shout. I'll be glad to do more videos.